What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out a really weird title. You guys know me, I really like the weird titles. Today's game is published by the same publishing house that's actually publishing Dwarf Fortress and a number of other weird games, and I gotta say, I love it, dude. I love that strange games are getting funding out there. This is a game called 6 Ages 2, the sequel to 6 Ages 1, which I think we played on the channel way back in the day, but at this point I've covered like thousands of games, and honestly my memory isn't what it used to be. This is a game where you are leading a horse-born steppes tribe towards the apocalypse. This is objective truth. The world is ending. There is no doubt the gods are dying right in front of your eyes, and it's sort of like Crusader Kings in the respect that it's a game that you don't really aim to win. It's kind of a game that you just look for openings and you experience it as a narrative, but there's a hefty dose of strategy in here as well. Today we're going to look at it for about 30 minutes and see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list. The link for the game is down below as always, along with all of my associated links for other platforms that I operate on and other things that I do, just in case by some sick reason you wanted more Splat in your life. There you go. It's down there. But let's dive on into it. As I was saying, we are a horse tribe that's trying to survive long enough to see the apocalypse. There are strategy elements here, there are map watching elements here, but predominantly the game is menu based, and all of the decisions you make to move your tribe forward are ultimately going to affect whether or not you live or die. Just go with it. That's the best piece of advice I can give you with this game, is go with it, because this is a game that steeps itself heavily in mysticism and esotericism, and as such, nothing is really explained to you inside of this game, except for the fact that they've given you a circle of advisors who you put yourself into these spots, and then when you go to various menus, you click on them, and based on their allegiances and their family histories and stuff like that, they will advise you as to what they think the clan should be doing with their time. As I said, the world is ending, so we are on a time scale right now. We are in the early C season. Every action you take in this game, whether it be building something or raising troops or invading your enemies or casting magic spells, is going to advance the season. So in a certain way, the game is turn-based. You can just leave it sitting like this, and nothing will ever happen inside the confines of the game. You've actually got to do something for stuff to happen. So here on day 1 of my tribe, the Great Hand Clan, we've got 418 commoners, we've got 298 children, we've got 32 nobles and 9 warriors. 6 of our people right now are sick, so that's pretty good. We don't have a lot of illness rampaging through the colony. Let's take a look at our wealth menu. We have enough food to last us 2 seasons, so that's good. We'll try to stay on top of that. We have a number of treasures, it looks like, that we're carrying along with us. We have a chipmunk totem that increases the yield of our foraging. We've got the increase to our value of items created in crafting ventures. We've got the Raven Rock. It utters curses and rewards us for raiding enemies that respect us. We've got the Tusk Burning Banner. It decreases the magnitude of defeat when you fight against trolls. And then we've also got gems that we can convert into other stuff. But really the most important things in this game are keeping an eye on how many seasons worth of food you have left, and also how many herds of cattle you have and how many goods you have. Cattle in this game are a trade good, they are food, they are self-replicating, they are used for magical sacrifices and keeping the gods that are still alive happy, and so this is a very important number right here. Our people highly esteem cows. We've also got goods, which is effectively a conceptualization of money. You can use these to solve problems, you can use them to give out bribes, you can use them to buy other things that you're short on. Entirely up to you, but you always want to have a good stockpile of goods as well. Otherwise, you're in the poorhouse, and you don't really... This gives you variability and allows you to adapt to situations. So having lots of goods is a really good idea. For now, on the first day, we don't actually have a ton of things that we need to worry about. So let's do some basic setup here. Inside of our magic menu, it looks like we are maintaining shrines to... We are maintaining a shrine to Issery. We are maintaining a shrine to Ernalda. It looks like we are maintaining a shrine to Elmal at the moment as well. Okay, let's go ahead and put them on Steadfast, because we can swap our blessing around. Basically, there's level 1 shrines and there's level 2 shrines, and they allow you to pick bonuses. I would suggest let's break down this shrine to Issery, because I don't want to pay the cost to maintain it, and I'd rather replace it with another god that's still alive. Misshapen cultists of the chaos deity Tyrum arrive with an offer. Tyrum led the chaos horde that invaded the sky. Orlanth cast him into the earth, shattering him into pieces, and when Orlanth died, Tyrum reassembled himself as a chaotic hodgepodge. Those who pledge to him are dismembered and then reconstructed like these hideous wretches. They wish to use your ritual ground to climb their ladder into the sky. That will break apart the choking air above, permitting you the sight of your god Elmal. Your sky god worshippers will increase in power, and your crops will enjoy the sunshine. Okay. They shook their twisted bodies and howled through scrambled throats. A hole in the fumes opened up above our ritual ground. They climbed up their ladder and disappeared through it. The gap stayed open, and our fire worshippers felt might and wisdom surge through them. Later, our god talkers realized that their right had reduced our magic. The farmers noted that the open sky helped with crops and herds. 5 clan members were now better at their specialties. The ring warned people that we should never speak of this. They kept their mouths shut. There was a pop-up over here that said magic -2. I would recommend instead of that having be a pop-up that's away from the text that you're reading and it floats off screen, have it be down here as a summary list that's available for perusal for as long as the player desires. Having that tiny red number that blends in with the artwork and then slowly fades out, I can't tell you over the last couple hours playing this game how many times I've missed the outcome of an event when they could have just put it in the text over here and then I wouldn't miss it at all. One thing that definitely I think needs to change. Okay, so we lost some magic. The good news is we broke down a shrine. So that should clear out some resources for other stuff. Really, one of the first things that we want to do is we need to get our food up and running. And so I don't know which of these gods gives us much more yields on our cows and on our goods and stuff like that. But it looks like we've got Uralda, who will increase the fertility of our cows. That means every year our herds will grow by more. We've got Milk Blessing. That increases the amount of food that we get from our cows. So I think Uralda is probably where we'll start. Let's build a shrine to Uralda. It's going to cost us 10. Okay. Go ahead and do it. So the shrine to Uralda has now been built, and you can see that indicated with this little icon down here. And now that we have a shrine to Uralda, we get a permanent blessing that we can play around with. I'm going to strongly suggest that we keep our fertility going so that we get more cows. That sounds like a really good plan because they're kind of passively giving us food. We have one season's worth of stockpile for food, but the sky is open, so that's good. That means at the end of the year, maybe we'll pull in more food from our farming and whatnot. We need to get some ventures going. Ventures are kind of like far-reaching projects that last the rest of the year and give you some kind of bonus. And so I would suggest that we do that. We can gather food from the wildlands. We also have to assign someone that's good at this, and so he's heroic at food management, so we'll have him do it. Castardos and our foragers discovered that even bitter apples were too full of worms. They brought back what they could. Okay. Clan leaders come upon priests of Elmal preparing for a divine rite by slaughtering a cow. They were about to sacrifice another dozen or so, it looks like. Though this is how you ordinarily worship the gods, the priests have not sought permission for such an expenditure. In this time of need, every cow is precious. People wonder aloud if the clan ring is capable of enforcing its authority, or if the great hands are now run by god talkers. So all of my council, I went through everything that they're saying, and every single one of them says that what these people done is a tremendous crime. So we're going to demand the pledge that they never do it again. The priest said their fervor had overcome them. As holy folk, it is up to us to follow custom, and today we failed our god and our clan. Good. Make sure that it never happens ever again. We do have the opportunity to do another venture. I think it's a good idea that we set it up. We already have people foraging. I would say, let's get people to focus on herding. And Scully over here, how good are you at this? I think this is a food matter, so I think we'll put him on it. Scully protected the flock from a malevolent windstorm. Thanks to the ongoing leadership, the herders found that we have 18 more cows and 4 more horses that we would have otherwise lost. Good. Some of your nobles have been plotting a course for the clan. They say that this is a pivotal moment. The king and the queen of the Storm Court are dead. Our own tribe is all but dead. The valley's clans are increasingly isolated. Many of your temples have fallen into disrepair, but several surprisingly good harvests left your food stores in reasonable shape. Clan wealth has been managed well. You have a brief chance to rebuild a bit, not just hunker down and focus on society, or on survival. Still, sentiment leans towards making sure people get fed. The world might be ending, but we need to take care of each other up until then. Yeah, we'll plant new fields. Kern led the clan in the laborious work of burning out brambles on some of our grazing land. She had a hard time rousing the clan to this labor. People have been hoping to bolster the herds, which were wealth as well as food. At least when the work was done, consecrating the newly cleared fields in memory of Pella and Ernaldo went smoothly, and people took comfort in the tasks of survival. We could live as long as we could and keep everyone fed. The old fields have become grazing land for our horses. Alright. So we only have 1 season worth of food left right now. We're probably going to need to get on top of that before things fall apart. The good news is we have tons of trading partners, so that's a really good thing. I don't think there's any more ventures that we can take for right now for the rest of the year. We do need to take a look at our magic, though, and make sure that our magic is doing what it needs to do. We also have, don't fail to notice, it took me like an embarrassingly long amount of time to notice that there's a tab up here. You can change this tab to like spirits. You start out with a random selection of spirits. So we can have berry spirit, which brings in food. We can have heron, which brings in food. We can bring in trout. We can bring in the whistling wind. I think we'll probably go for berry season. Let's bargain with this guy. So our shamans can try to cajole the spirit. We can offer magic. We can release the spirit from its oath and it will leave. Let's persuade it, I guess. I don't really have anything else to offer. No amount of cajoling has swayed the berry spirit to help the clan. Sometimes the spirits want something that we can't offer. Owl spirits have come to warn you that you must learn to see better. You will be unready for the great test that awaits the successors of Baron. That's us, by the way. Can I just say how good the artwork is for this game? If this was all just text, this would be a very hard recommend for me, but I have been utterly in awe of the quality of the art that goes into all the events in this game, and there's like no repeats. Every single event has like its own beautiful art that clearly someone spent a lot of time on making them look nice to give the game sort of this atmosphere to it, and the music plays along well with it as well, I think. Let's see. Let's promise the owls we will do as they request. Do you tax your bonds with your own spirits? Yes? They said it is not us you must promise, but the world. We lost some mood right there, unfortunately. The spirits are indifferent right now, so that's a little bit of a headache. We can try to bargain for magic here, but I don't have any magic to feed it, so maybe we'll do it next year. Since we're getting kind of long in the tooth right now and the seasons are passing... Oh, we have 2 seasons worth of food. Never mind. Apparently we gained food between this season and last season. Alright, sounds good. They're foraging and herding and doing their thing. I think it'd be a good idea. Let's go out to the world map and let's set up for exploration here. You can click pretty much anywhere on the map that you want to explore or that you want to harvest from. I want to go forage and get a lot of food. That's what I would prefer to do. And so we kind of want to forage in a place that doesn't have another clan inside of it. And so let's send out our 9 swords. So this is militia down here, the bows. Swords are your trained warriors, and we need to get this number up. You probably want to have like 50 of them. In order to guarantee that you're safe when war comes along, because once again, you're a tribe. We'll put them on foraging, and Corstardus is heroic at finding food, so we'll send him on out. It's going to take him time to get there, so we can't really do a whole lot else while we wait for him. We have insufficient warriors, so I'm going to try to recruit 8 warriors over here. There's a number of different recruitment methods that you can do. If you're trying to get people to join up fast, you can give them a free cow as kind of like a signing bonus for going full-time. But let's just see what we get here. We raised 4 warriors. That's something. As they search to the east, Castardo's foragers follow the sound of a buzzing to a monumental tree. Bees fly in and out in a constant stream despite the cold and snow. Unfortunately, they aren't the first to discover this. An immense bear is feeding. It turns briefly and snarls before returning to its meal. I mean, I sent him out with our entire army. Kill it. Although they tried to shoot it from a distance, the bear was surprisingly fast, and its hide was impervious to arrows. It was quickly among the escort. It killed 1 and wounded 8. The food-gathering party came back from the east. Invoking the Baron Tentheli privilege to have conflicts adjudicated by the king, the Sarandon clan acts Iverlantho to resolve a dispute that they have with Porganosi. What use is a tribe if you can't trust your mates? Yet the Porganosi give our emissaries poor hospitality and accuse us of hurting goats. It is for these injuries that we claim restitution. They ask that the Porganosi clan be ordered to pay them 20 cows in compensation. Each clan brought the customary audience gift worth 5 cows. One time a guy accused me of hurting goats. I had to trick him into standing near a tall cliff. I don't really care about this. I can take a bribe. I can mediate. I guess we'll mediate. Iverlantho held private discussions between the clans and listened to both sides and reminded them that many times before they cooperated, before and after the Battle of Stormfall. The two parties agreed that their friendship was stronger than any disagreement and they promised to work together in the future. They praised Iverlantho as a true king. Okay, I can take that. That's good. He brought back enough food for another season, despite the fact that it didn't tell us. One of the things I really wish this game did better was just telling you exactly what the outcome of an event was. Like, I feel like I have to thumb through a million menus while memorizing what I had previously in order to figure out what happened. Whereas I have, like, a council that's responsible for managing all this. Like, there should be sort of, like, a seasonal synopsis of what went up and what went down. At the bare minimum. Like, we should be able to do, like, a little, I don't know, a census or like an inventory, I guess. Either way, we have enough food for more seasons. We kind of want to get this up to like 5 or 6 seasons so that we have loads and loads and loads of food, but for right now, we are reasonably safe. I'm going to go back out to the map, and we are going to... Actually, my warriors all got wounded, didn't they? Yeah, so let's recruit more warriors for right now. We raised 4 more warriors. That's good. 16 swords is solid for this point in the game. You can also build fortifications that make you more resistant to being attacked. They give you bonuses when battles happen. The game has a text-based battle system where it describes what the enemy's doing and it asks you what formations and things you want to use. I have found it to be incredibly random and you don't really know what works. Fighting cunning seems to be the more effective, but that's more or less as far as I've gotten with combat. So right now we're devoting 17 cows and 32 goods to the gods per year. I do want to build up Uralda's Blessing to the 2nd tier. It's going to cost us a lot to do it, but I suggest that we do it because the bonuses that we're going to get on food are going to keep us safe over the long term. Dresta, a powerful shaman of your clan, says that it's an auspicious time to contact the spirit world. I can gain a significant gift of magic. There's a chance that'll make us harder for us to bargain with the gods. Your people greatly respect Dresta and regard the proposal favorably. I'm going to let her do it and see what happens. Dresta joined with the shamans and did a successful rite, swelling Baronstead with positive magic. The feared loss of the connection with the gods had not occurred. We got magic +4. So that got our magic out of the negative doldrums. So that's really good for us. Saradin, a carpenter of your clan, has of late gained a following among the youth. They watch his deft hands as he coaxes even the twisted timber available today to his will. As he works, he speaks in words of wisdom and bravery. Typical Orlanthi consider boasting to be a virtue, but Saradin never makes claims of himself. He asks for nothing, but his admirers are saying that he should be elevated to the council. Though he never addresses the subject directly, from his odd sayings, many people assume he wants us to forget about kings and tribes. Okay. I'll suggest he join the ring the next time the vacancy occurs, dude. Anything to get the youth voting. His followers took heart in the thought and stopped pestering the ring. That also helped out a bunch with our morale, which was slinking lower. Hanth, a member of our clan, has been acclaimed for his hunting prowess. He says he's gained a new blessing from his god Dostal. I can attract game to the wildlands around the fortress. For as long as I live, beasts will abandon the forests of our neighbors and come here instead. We gain at their expense, but they are doomed anyways. Someone has to starve, and it shouldn't be us. Okay, I'll give him permission. The improvement to our hunting yields came right away. People are worried the neighboring clans will do a divination and discover what Hanth has done. I mean, that's fine. So we've got Bountiful Game and we've got Open Skies right now. We'll see how long Bountiful Game lasts for, but we're definitely going to want to take advantage of that to go hunting. Let's go back to the world map. And I'd actually like to send out an exploration party. So send out a big exploration party and send them out to here to see what that is. Who's Urvarna? It looks like she's excellent in combat and good in leadership. The game tries to autofill whoever the best pick is, so we'll have her go and explore. Brecken has died of old age. He died sad at having treated his wife so badly many years ago. Our hunters and foragers will miss his advice. While exploring, Urvarna's exploration party spots very strange outlanders, pointing metal staves at the ground. Clean, well-fed, and richly attired, they have somehow escaped the deprivations of the era of chaos. They react to the party's appearance with nervous surprise. Demand a gift? An understandable request from the chaos age of Orlanthe, says the leader, a stout man with a waddle-like chin. He points at an implement at Urvarna. This will grant you good fortune in the next year. Now please, don't trouble us so that we may continue our measurements. So they're like time travelers or something? All right. They are back from the southwest. Did they find anything good? I have wonderful news regarding Retta. After many peaceful encounters with outsiders and judging many cases in the clan, her diplomatic abilities rank well above any ordinary woman's. Oh, nice. She has heroic diplomacy. Cool. We're going to want to elevate her to the council. Apparently, Horrell has also learned to be heroic at magic, and they're both young. That's really, really good. So, like, old council members, they die. Time is actively passing in this game. They get sick and they die, or they just die of old age. So one of the important things in this game is to make sure that you have a bunch of young noblemen that are good at stuff. If you get a playthrough where your first generation of experienced advisors are replaced by, like, a crappy, lazy second generation that does not have good skills, that's really bad for you. You ideally want to have guys that can last years and years and years and years while gifting their expertise to the tribe, rather than falling back on people that are really remedial and not good at it. It looks like Endel, he's become more magical. Good for Endel, man. Okay, so end of year, we've got 38 babies born. 19 children have become adults. The clan has 37 fewer people. That's probably due to the fact that we lost people, though. 15 head of cattle and 39 less horse. We have sufficient livestock and we have enough horses. Okay. Our shrines took 20 cows and 38 cows. No, 38 goods and 20 cows. Okay. So at the beginning of each year, you've got to apply your magical reserves from your shamans. These give you sort of undeclared bonuses to anything that is kind of tagged with these ideas. So if you're trying to build more goods, you want to go with crafting. If your people are sick, you want to put it in health. If your people are, having trouble with food, you want to put it in fields and pastures and wilds. It's up to you what you want to do here, but you kind of want to think about the situation that you're currently in. I'm going to put a lot into fields and pastures. I'm going to put some into health. I am going to put some into maybe crafting and maybe wilds and harmony, and we'll hold on to the 2 magic in case we needed to bargain with the spirits. Although they tried to keep it quiet, I have learned that Barmerning recently pretended that kin strife hadn't happened within their ranks. This has given chaos an inroad which will lead to worse. Okay. Fair enough. So we've got a sorceress blessing. That gives us a better, but the spirits are indifferent right now, so it's going to be a little bit tough. Let's go to our clan menu. It looks like we can start another... venture. Let's dedicate people to hunting. Hanth is heroic at food, so that might work out. Hanth and our hunters searched high and low. They were unable to find unused hunting grounds. They brought back what they could. Okay, we can throw out another one, I guess. Let's go for crafting goods, because we don't have very many goods. I prefer my goods be higher than they are right now. So we'll go for crafting. How good is she at crafting? Is crafting a lore? It doesn't really tell you. I'm guessing crafting is a lore thing. Our crafters are praised or inspired with creativity. Kern praised the fine needlework and the many skeins of wool. Looks like we got about 35 goods, so that's good. A massive elk wanders into your lands. Your hunters are about to kill it when it speaks, requesting a favor. I am an emissary of the creatures of the wild. If you forego game hunting for 2 years, we will grant you a blessing ensuring the following 4 years will prove especially fruitful. We have too few young now. We need sanctuary so that they will live to adulthood. Yeah, let's perform a ritual to repopulate the wildlands. Which god do you call on? Dostal? How many goods do you sacrifice? We've got good herds right now, so we'll probably sacrifice herds. Dostal blessed the creatures of the wildlands, satisfying the elk without having to forego 2 years of hunting. So there you go. It cost us some of our herds, but at the end of the day, it avoided a potential problem, which is that we can't hunt for a couple of years. The clan is also reserved right now, which is really nice. I've never been able to get their mood up that high while playing the game. I've played for like 3 or 4 hours. It's actually a really addicting game once you get into the swing of it and you understand how everything sort of works. As far as magic goes, we do have some magic left that we can feed to the spirits. So let's see if the berry spirit is feeling less cranky right now. Like, we have indifference, but we also have sorceress blessing. So let's offer a point of magic here. The berry spirit is happy to accept our offering of clan magic. Sweet smells waft from the shaman's tent. Berries and other plants ripened out of season, and our foragers collected them. Oh, cool, we got some goods out of that, too. How we looking on food? We got 2 seasons worth of food left. Okay, I would like to have more seasons worth of food left. So let's send out our bountiful game. We'll send out some hunters, I guess. We'll send the full army with him for right now. A delegation of wheels from outside the valley has arrived, accompanied by mistreated slaves to spread the glory of a foreign god. We worship Ompalam, god of order and command. Ompa, Ompa, Ompity-lam. He is the god of order and command. The world broke when misguided by deities of so-called freedom decided that men could not be property. Order depends on the distinction between binder and the bound, and without it, chaos reigns. They want us to give them 10 people to be consigned to bondage. They also want Barrington Theli, king, to fly their banner from the top of the citadel. They will bless you with an immediate gift worth 150 cows. And each year you continue to fly the banner, more goods will appear unbidden in your storehouse. Be gone. They performed an incantation to their cruel god. One of their slaves dissolved into a black fog which drifted over the walls. Our god-talkers invoked Urox, the wind, against chaos, and Elmal, holder of the shield. The gods turned back to the black fog so that it could not harm us. The Oompaloompa-mites slunk away. We took heart in our righteousness. Hell yeah, dude. I'll take that. That sounds great. That's absolutely fantastic. And for right now, let's raise up some more warriors. I will offer them gifts of cows. Only 1 bow is ready to become a sword. That's unfortunate. Our foraging mission has returned from the southwest. We found a cache of nuts that hadn't spoiled. Yeah, you never want your nuts to be spoiled. You know, nuts should always be kept in a proper situation of discipline. A nearly ripe berry patch, and then we found a large amount of insect eggs. We loaded the travois and brought back food to feed the clan for a season. Hell yeah, dude. 4 seasons worth of food bopping around right now? Okay, all right. It's time for us to send a caravan to one of our trading partners. Let's send a caravan out to our trading partners. We want to sell food, and we want to buy herds, I guess. And then, who were the people here? Barmerning. For whatever reason, you can click on this. But it doesn't automatically take you to them when you come into this menu, but that would be quality of life. That would be greatly appreciated right there. We'll sell some of our food in order to get more herds. Our caravan is back from the Barmernings. The Barmerning traders are pleased to receive a caravan, the first one that we've sent in recent memory. We traded less than 4 weeks worth of food for 34 cattle. Okay, so that's like 1 season, I guess. People clamor for Dresta, who can see into the spirit realm and is one of the clan's wisest individuals to join the clan ring. Some shit say she should be chieftain. Whenever the ring makes a decision, they say Dresta would have done it differently. When they fail, they say her spirits would have perceived it right away. When they succeed, they said the spirits would have added even more. Yeah, I'll put her on the ring at some point. The people cheer and gain mood. Like, I don't have time to do it right now. Wow, we have a lot of food coming in right now. Let's continue trading for more herds. I want more herds. So let's go ahead and buy herds, and we will sell food. Is Oraldad good at this? He's very good at bargaining. Do I have anybody else that's good at bargaining? Send Heoral instead. I need my council to be ready to go. And then we'll send them over to Oralmarth, I think. Not even our hardiest warriors can travel in this weather. We refuse to risk our lives on trade. Oh, is it like the bad season right now? Oh, it's winter. I didn't realize that it was winter. That's my bad. I probably should have noticed that it was winter, but our food is gonna last an entire year, which is utterly incredible. That's really, really good for us, and that's largely due to the fact that our berry stocks are looking good. I should probably spend the last of this magic. Let's just recruit more warriors for right now. We raised 4 more warriors. Good. Your lore keepers discover chaos-corrupted moths have eaten holes in your story tapestry. The embroidered fabric contains the saga of your clan during the writing era. It stores the memories, magic, and ancestral connections of the period from the Golden City's exodus to Baron and Redalda's wedding. Without it, Heoral says, your ancestral magic will wane. Okay. Let's repair the tapestry. Remembering the past sorrows and triumphs, the spirits of our ancestors rewove devoured threads, restoring the tapestry. Those with a special connection to our past were strengthened, and our god talkers felt the magic of ancestral blessing. Yeah, we got magic coming out of our ears right now. That's really, really good. Okay, so we're in storm season. Because we have this abundance of magic, we can't really do anything over here, because we're in the wrong season for right now, but the magic doesn't go anywhere. We can just hold on to it. It's not that big of a deal. Let's see if we can go out to the world map and we can hunt for more spirits. Let's see if we can search for spirits effectively. And we'll give this to Dresta because people rely on her anyways. Let's search our own lands for spirits first. Hance Game Blessing continues to bolster our hunting yield. We see no indication that our neighbors have discovered it. Good. We're back from searching our own clan lands. We found an earthworm spirit. It will increase our crop yields. Nice. Hell yeah. Okay, so let's send them on out. Actually, can I forage my own lands? I don't know how fertile my own lands are right now. A punishing rainstorm lashes into your home of Baronstead. Weeks of rainfall have turned the world into mud. When the rain hits your skin, it burns until it wipes off. You thought your people had endured the hardships of your darkening world, but now they are in new depths of despair. This is how the world dies, not with fire, not like earthquakes, but drowned like drunks in a ditch. Defy the rain? The contest fails miserably. The kites get ruined. The people bemoan the foolishness of the leaders. 2 of us were burned badly by the rain. All right. Iverlantho, heir to the royal lineage that began with Baron and Redalda, whoever forever changed your clan and then made it the center of the tribe, raises the subject of his birthright. I am king of the Baron tribe and I should be chieftain, yet you treat my position as that of a figurehead. I am not even on the ring. This is why we in the entire valley are cursed with catastrophe after catastrophe. To survive, acknowledge my royal status and elevate me to chief. I'm going to show him who's in charge. Kern looks uncomfortable but remains silent as Murder resisted this challenge to the king's authority with cutting words. People were glad to see her stand up to Iverlantho. We promised to put Dresta on the ring. They have noticed that she is not among us. People say your word is worth less than lizard dirt. Foraging at home didn't find anything. Okay, cool. Scully, Kerstardos, and Harncoral have died of old age. All right, well, we're going to have to do something about that. 38 babies are born. We have 16 more people this year, which is good. We've got more horses this year, which is good because our swords need horses in order to function. We're looking pretty solid on just about everything right now. I'm happy with what we've got. We've got loads and loads of magic, so let's continue to apply that. Maybe I'll add it to exploration a little bit. Maybe we'll put a little bit in war and raid people coming up soon. The Ariash Tevi have been contending with ice bandits. Good luck to them. They have done nothing to deserve our friendship. All right, well, we're in good shape right now. This is 6 ages too. I think the thing that really carries this game for me is the illustrations. This is primarily a menu-based sort of flashlight game, and yet it is utterly intoxicating with the beautiful art and kind of the descriptive prose that the game has. It's an interesting game about kind of failing forward, and I think there's a certain sort of Crusader Kings character that will enjoy this game. There is a lot of missing quality of life that could interlink a lot of the menus and allow you to like right click to automatically bring up other things, or like click on stuff so that it automatically comes up when you go into the next menu. Hopefully those things get added. I think that's my main observation, is just that there's a lot of quality of life here that could happen in linking menus together and whatnot, and allowing you to move a little bit faster in between applicable bits of information. But other than that, this is a really fantastic game if you enjoy this kind of stuff. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, it was 6 Ages 2. Tomorrow it'll be something else. Take care, folks, and that's all I got for you. Bye.